was a Mexican artist well known for her realistic self-portraits, abstract renditions of ideas, and her ability to reel the stories of her life into some of her paintings. Most people recognize her by her famous self-portrait, portraying her wearing a bird necklace surrounded by her beloved pets. However, perhaps maybe her fame was only obtained due to her being temporarily married to the famous artist Diego Rivera. Frida Kahlo was born on July 6, 1907 in South America. She was an abrupt artist who did not realize it would become her life career until after a tragic bus accident that seriously injured her, shattering many of her bones, impaling her body, and giving her long-term and nagging pains. She endured many physically dilapidating events and even had a street car accident when she was 22. Rendered incapacitated, she began to create deeply reflective folk art and is a celebrated nationalist in Mexico. She had a wishy-washy marriage with the famous muralist Diego Rivera. In the relationship, they often cheated on each other, argued, and career pressure controlled them. They even divorced and remarried. One particular struggle was Frida's inability to conceive children due to her past accidents. Frida produced many self-portraits in the remainder of her lifetime. People often wondered why she did this, but she said, "I paint myself because I am so often alone and I am the subject I know best." Frida's portraits and works are considered surrealist for their use of bold color, realistic features, and the display of their contents. Frida's most popular piece of her with a thorn necklace is one of her pieces that best describes her idea of solitude and beauty. For instance, some may consider Frida's unibrow and natural facial hair slightly grotesque, but to others this was the perfect display of Frida's natural beauty and rich cultural background. Frida herself saw her unique features as her own primitive beauty. In her constant solitude, Frida began to adapt to the idea of having special pets such as monkeys, birds, and other creatures native to her land. Her monkeys and birds were most often the subjects of her portraits. Frida passed away on July 13, 1954. Her ashes were placed in what was formerly she and Diego's home, known as the Blue House. Soon after, though, Diego handed the Blue House to the Mexican government, who renovated it into a museum known as the Museo Frida Kahlo. Due to her, the revenue her paintings still received today, she's a female artist with a prominent legacy and considered highly successful. Despite being married to Diego Rivera and being physically hindered, Frida still managed to create some of her best work and create a title for herself.